Hello everybody, this is Souls44 and welcome back to another episode of Galactic Chickens. We're still inside my little compact machine here, doing some immersive engineering. And we're going to follow up today with the automated workstation. We want to be able to make vacuum tubes on demand, so I guess that's just going to be something we're going to do this way. And I think I've already got the projector working, so I can do that. We're going to need to look at the materials needed, and that's going to be 5 steel scaffolding, 2 treated wood slabs. Oh, treated wood slabs, okay. A redstone engineering block, a light engineering block, or 4 of those, 2 heavy, and 4 conveyor belts. It's actually kind of a lot just to automate something for as little as we're going to get out of it, but I might as well go ahead and do it. So anyway, it's available on the Twitch launcher if you want to check out Galactic Chickens. It is also have a server that is available and open for free to play. Come on, stop on by, enjoy some friendly, I don't know, conversation, a little bit of creative building time. Yeah, so Galactic Chickens, Galactic Craft, and, chickens. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so the projector, as long as it's inside your toolbar, is going to show this projection of what's going on. Let's go ahead and grab the stuff we need. So I'm just going to do immersive engineering. That way we're going to go ahead and grab what we want out of that category. I don't really need to eat while I'm on base anymore, so let's go ahead and do that. I need at least 4 of those. We're going to need a couple of those. Maybe some of those. I think we're going to need more of those. Do I not have heavy? Well, heavy engineering blocks, I'm going to need to put that on AutoCraft. Yep. Let's go ahead and make some more of these. And then, you know what, I'll just go ahead and start placing the blocks down. So they highlight when you go to the right one. So let's go ahead and do that. Pretty easy. Oh, yeah, there's the steel scaffolding. Like I said, steel. Before I said this, steel is probably the most common to get item in immersive engineering. So when you get a mod pack that says, "Oh, I have immersive engineering in it," you're pretty much guaranteed that it's going to say, you know, that's where you're going to get your steel from. Oh, I moved the projector. Wait, can I put it back? Will it come? Okay, it came back. All right, so you see the faint arrow. Make sure that it's going the right direction. Hopefully this works. I've had issues with multi-blocks not forming correctly. And the next thing, matter of fact, you see right there, it's telling me that I've got that going the wrong direction. And I could have swore I was making it go the right direction. And I was. Yeah. So that's actually wrong. So there you go. And there's one example right there. Slabs, let's go ahead and make 10. Don't really know how many of those I'm actually going to need. But boom, boom. And that should be it. But it's not because it's wrong. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to rotate it till it says it's right. Alright. Now it's green. We're going to shift click around. There you go, and it formed. And once again, I'm rich, so let's go ahead and give it power with a point. If it has a red dot or an orange looking dot, often that is where the power goes in on immersive engineering. Blue dots are inputs of items or fluids. And these red circles, these red dots, those are actually for redstone control, so you can turn things on and off in case that is something that you need to do. And it looks like what happens is you input here, or here, and then we'll output here. So let's go ahead and do the same thing as we did before. And we're going to do a conveyor with the trapdoor on the bottom. And we're going to do the crate. A wooden storage crate. And let's do external storage. Along with, we're going to need cables, so cable. Grab some cable. And so that's going to go there, and that's going to go there. Boom. Alright, so the items that come off the conveyor should get stored in here. See, I did have a stack. It did make it. I don't know why refined storage is being kind of a poop with that. Alright. External storage will go on. Let's go on right here. And then we'll just run some cable. There. There you go. And what's really cool, I don't want to point this out. If you use an external storage on a device or a storage, it will tell you the capacity of every single thing added up. So this total storage of this wooden storage crate is 1,700 items. It's pretty good for a single block. Just throwing that out there because people argue about what holds more, what doesn't hold more. Well, there you go. Real easy way to check. Now, we're going to leave and we're going to come back because we're going to want to put an input also. So, well, actually, let's do this first. We need a crafter. Now, this is great because I can just put the crafter directly on. We don't have to have dropped. It just can be put directly in. So we're going to go like this. Really? That's not what I wanted to do. Turn it to where it is facing the input. And then we're going to go ahead and... yeah, well, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just do it this way. There. Now it's on. Now we got to create the patterns, put the patterns inside, and we should be able to automate the crafting of... well, we're going to make you obsolete there, bud. That's what we're going to do. Now, if I remember right, the workstation, the automated workstation, works with blueprints just like the other workstation does. So since we want to be able to make the, let's see, we were going to make vacuum tubes. And this is going to be a processing pattern. Vacuum tubes are made with the, so this blueprint. So I'll have to take that blueprint off my workbench inside the machine, put it on to the engineer's on a workstation. I think that's how that works. Well, I will find out. Let's go ahead and click here. I'm going to tell it I don't need the blueprint. And now, as far as the purple stained glass, it looks like just glass. So let's go ahead and, just for the sake of argument, we're going to do glass. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a single piece of regular glass here, just to make sure that this recipe completes correctly. And I don't want to use a lot of... is that the only thing? What about circuit boards? I know it's circuit boards. Circuit boards, there we go. See, that requires vacuum tubes in this, and I'm going to go ahead and create the pattern for that. And maybe I can get away with doing both without having the blueprint. Let's go ahead and go back inside. And now, where do I look? So do I have to, that's where I probably put the blueprint. I hope that's not the case, but let's test it and find out. So first thing we're going to do is check out the vacuum tube. It makes 3 at a time. Let's go. I want to see it do it. Is it working? Ah, so it does need the blueprint. So here's the thing though. If you really want to do this, you're gonna have to make multiple. Oh, I don't even have the right blueprint. So rip that. Let's go ahead and make that blueprint. That one's for molds. That one's for components. So let's make that. You're gonna have to make multiple of these just so that you can automate these. Because you have to select one. Oh, that's cool though. Really cool animation. But I'll be honest with you, that's completely garbage to me. That seems kind of I don't like that at all. I really don't like that. That means I have to make one of these for each different thing. So my question is, let's check something. Let's see what a circuit board is used for. I might not even care, but I thought for sure circuit boards were important. Redstone, probe connector, stack limiter, load controller, fluid valve, and a redstone timer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make circuit boards right now. Let's just make 20. Oh, oops. This insulated glass is going to be a pain, I think. Oh, there's a stack there. Let's go ahead and do 20 of these. We'll select it. We'll let them be made. First of all, they're going to probably need to watch be made. That's a neat on it. There we go. So there's the circuit boards. Pretty cool. What's the issue? Yeah, what's the holdup here? What the circuit board? Oh, that's not even the right thing. Did I tell it vacuum tubes? Wow, did I? Maybe I did. I could have swore I told it circuit boards. I guess I just totally derped. Put these, oops, let's put this blueprint over here on this one. Just in case I ever do decide to change my mind, which I do quite often, if you haven't noticed. Alright, so now I got vacuum tubes. I'll make circuit boards next once it runs out. Oh, it did. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, it looks like that's working now. I get what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. It's trying to make vacuum tubes in the same crafter so that it can use the vacuum tubes to make the circuit boards. So, yeah, totally my fault. Still bogus, but, you know, it is what it is. What I'm hoping is this is more circuit boards than I'll ever need. That's honestly the truth of it. I just don't want to use this to make multiple different things. I don't want to make more than one. So let's go ahead and look at the next thing. Boom. Cool. You would have to make one of these things for each different individual one you wanted to truly automate, and that means that this is not automated, and that bothers me. There's my final say on that. Okay, now Garden cloches. That's really why we're making these vacuum tubes, is for garden cloches. Garden cloches are great for growing things in a small confined space and growing them pretty quickly. Turrets, I'm not going to worry about turrets. Assembler. What does the assembler do? Capable of crafting items similar to how a player would. To form the structure, build it like demonstrated above, and use a hammer on one side of the conveyors. It allows for up to 3 recipes to be stored inside it that will be performed in order. The outputs of previous recipes can be used as inputs for the following. The 3 crafting grids store the recipes, and the 18 slots below them are the inventory for the material. So it's like an auto crafter with a conveyor, but a multi-block. The input side, in addition to an input items, power for the machine is input through the top center. Okay. Well, let's go on to our next part of this. Is this thing done now? So I can switch it back to vacuum tubes. Because then we're gonna make a ton of vacuum tubes just to have them. Really, we're gonna literally make that many. There, and that's all. There, perfect. Perfect. Let's go on to the next thing. So, coke oven makes our coal coke. Let's make a blast furnace, and I want to do that because, yeah, blast furnaces. Look at that. I have nothing to make a blast furnace. You need blast bricks, and you're going to do the same thing. The reason why I want to make blast furnace is you get slag. If I remember, yeah. You can make steel in the blast furnace using coal coke. That's why you have to have coal coke. If I right click on slag, which comes out, I can actually make clay, dirt, concrete, and asphalt concrete. And I also can make phytogrow and these florbs, which I don't like the florbs, but I like the morbs, the ones that you can use to catch these ones, to catch creatures in. Those are kind of cool. The crusher, I guess that's a way of recycling slag into sand, which that's pretty cool. I don't know. Someone's going to have to ask for that. Let's take a look and see how my clay situation is. Alright, cool. What about bricks? Cool. Once again, let's go ahead and start cooking some of those up. So blast furnace. You have preheaters, which actually speed up the process. I don't know if I'm going to even waste my time doing those. Maybe. I guess maybe we should go ahead and check it out. So let's take a look here. Simple machines. Is it even listed? It's not even listed. And so this is where I come into having issues with some of the stuff. Metal barrel, engineering like tank and silo. I don't need those. Power wires and generators. Lightning rods sounds kind of cool. I've never done that. Phenomenon of nature, a large amount of raw power. Harvest that power. You know what? For the city, for the town, that one looks like a really cool idea, and I think I got a spot for that to go because it's kind of up on a hill. There's like the village is kind of hilly. It's got a lot of dips and stuff. So maybe that's what I want to do, just to showcase it. On the server, I will showcase for you guys the biodiesel generator. I've already built it. It's already running, and it's pretty simple. The thermoelectric generator is what I build. You know what? Let's see if I can make that right now. I did not put it on AutoCraft, so that's my bad. Let's go ahead and leave here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to do most of this stuff in here, but we'll see. Keeping it tight and compact is actually not too hard. Remember, I have multiple layers too. I can go higher in that space. I can make a second floor, maybe even a third. Let's set up thermoelectric That should be or dictionary, just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that inside the crafter, because I do want to get, what? Okay, I do want to get some thermoelectric generator, just so I can show you how to set it up like I do. I make this as soon as I can to avoid having to make the windmill and the water wheel. But I do want a water wheel. I have parts of it. I don't know how many it takes. Water wheel. Boom. That way we can autocraft those on demand. Notice it takes a piece of steel, again, to make that. You see. Piece of steel. Now these are just treated wood, so it's pretty easy to make early on. So that's not too bad. Water wheel is no good for anything else other than that. You're going to need a kinetic dynamo to get power from that. I think it also is the only way for it to spin. And I want it to spin for advertisement reasons of this is how this is going on. There happens to be a lot of riverish type stuff over here. This is actually supposed to be a river that winds around. So I have to determine where I want to put that water wheel. Looks like it would go really good here where this mineral tree is, and I'll get rid of this wall here. And yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, for sure. Or maybe I should run it here. Oh, that's even better idea. To power these farmers. Let's say that these villagers are so smart that they learn how to power the farmers, and they just sit in their homes and they're just like not doing any work. That's what this guy figured out how to do. He's like super smart. He's going to do the thermoelectric generator, and then I'll power some stuff over here. I'll run wires and everything else, and then this guy over here in this tall building, look at all the learning he did. Big old library. He got smart. He made himself a water wheel. And yeah, so we'll make that happen. And I'll wire it. So right here will be a water wheel. That'll cover up that ender chest anyway, because I don't really think that looks appropriate. Alright. So that's pretty cool. That's a good idea. So let's do this. Let's look at a kinetic dynamo. We're going to do 2. And let's go see this thing at work. It should be making stuff. Yep. You can see it pressing. Pretty cool. Oh, did I already mess up and... There's 10 in there. What else is it trying to do? Maybe it's waiting for more creosote oil. I don't know. Let me see. What is it stuck on? Oh, nickel plates. Okay. Let's cancel these. Cancel that. Interesting. So that's the reason why I didn't want to do these other dimensions, because refined storage is not liking it too much. Can you do some more? Alright, there's 2. And I want this. I'll just put those away. And water wheel. I want 2 of those. Now remember, we're not really trying to get any power. Truly, that's not my point. For your game, for your polls, your playthrough, you may be interested in getting power. So let's see, low voltage. This is low voltage, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's low voltage. If I want a stack of those, what can you do for me? Can you make a stack? Let's cancel that. I don't need a stack. That's plenty. Okay. Let's go medium voltage. Make 2. There we go. Now, low voltage insulated. That's what we're going to go for, because otherwise I'm going to end up killing myself. I have a feeling. We just don't have enough hemp fiber yet. We're close. So low voltage insulated. 20. We have enough for that. And a relay. I did not autocraft. I did not set up the relay for autocraft. That's horrible. And I need to autocraft the insulated glass as well. Alright, so it'll do that. These low voltage relays here are also going to be useful. Medium voltage relay as well. There we go. There we go. So now we have the relays. Now the relays, you need the relays in order for you to be able to connect the wires without, like the wiring, the way wiring works with immersive engineering is that the wiring won't connect to these connectors unless they are going into or out of something. These will let you connect multiple points to it. So you'll get to see how that kind of works here in a second. Let's look at wire. Why don't I have any? Really? It has to be because it's not chunk loading. That's the only thing I can think of. What a disappointing thing to have happen. Because like now it's all of a sudden chunk loaded, right? Let's just do this. We're going to go ahead and say make 64 of those. Go. Where's my low voltage? Why don't we go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way and use these up? So let's grab my shears. No, wire cutters. Let's just use these bad boys up, right? And we're going to do copper plates. We're just going to do this. And then let's make another stack of those. And then we're going to make steel. I mean, there's no reason not to just go ahead and use those up. Oops. We're going to do wire cutter. Let's just get them used up. Let's just get them used up. What's the other one? Electrum. Let's just get these coppers. Well, they last for a little while. I mean... Oh. That was... There we go. Notice these are all producing copper. The ore dictionary just really... Come on. Break. How many uses? It doesn't tell me. Steel plates. There they go. Now they broke. So, now I have to rely on these, basically. Okay. Low voltage. Nothing there. Boom. Now, low voltage insulated. There we go. Come on. Now, I'm doing the insulated wiring for my own benefit, but mostly because villagers are not very bright and they like to walk right up to stuff. And I have no idea how to stop them from just completely electrocuting themselves. So I make sure that my stuff is going to be covered and coated to prevent it from doing so. From just zapping them to death, which would happen. I'm almost 100% sure of it. With my luck, it would be that they literally walk over to the wiring while I'm putting it down and that would be the end of it. So let's go ahead and go over here real quick. I know it's the end of the video, so I wanted to make sure I set this up. Let's go ahead and add some dirt. I should be using my buildings gadget and everything else, but we're going to do this. Okay. And for right now, let's just cover this up. Well, now it doesn't look like a... it doesn't really look like a river. Let's make sure it looks like a river. Where's my shovel at? There it is. Oh, alright, so it's going to get dark on me. So, I know this was probably one of my more boring episodes for people, because I did a lot of crafting and things like that. But I wanted to start working on this to show you, you know, just a little bit what you could do if you were in my position. I've done this immersive engineering process a few times. It's almost always the same for me, and it's really not that complicated, so it's a really good mod. It does a lot for you earlier stage. I mean, steel's a pretty good material, and that's the main focus of immersive engineering, is getting you to steel. But once you get to steel, it's not hard, but getting to steel, that's the trick. I'm pretty sure this needs to be centered like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to move it just a little bit. Where's my pickaxe? There. Really? The water is messing up my flight. Alright. I want this to be to where the water can flow, so you guys can see how this works. So let's go right here. I don't remember how tall the water wheel is. Let's check. See, that shouldn't be doing that. There it is. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah. Now I'll have to get rid of a good chunk of this to make that look a little better. Okay, I definitely want another water wheel over here. Well, I'll do some work on the village as I go, and you guys can, you know, give me a hard time about it later, basically, and or not at all, even. Let's go ahead and increase this, make this dirt. This looks goofy. All right. We're just going to go ahead and exchange all this out for dirt. Now this is linked up to the grid, so whatever's inside my grid, it says I have, or I don't have. Just like this, real quick. Moves that process along quite a bit. Now, I'm pretty sure I have to have flowing water. So I'm going to need to shovel this and shovel this. I could just dump water. I think I might just do that. But I really want it to look good, and so I'm going to have to look up kind of how that's not enough. Is that going to make it flow? Alright. So that makes it move, and that's pretty well all I needed to do. It's super slow. Let's try right here. What about here? What about there? Oh, there we go. And that's way faster. So I'll just have to create a way to make that look good. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. is that the higher up on the rotation it is, the better off you are. Obviously, I don't need that block anymore. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for stopping by. What are you staring at? Are you looking at me? Anyway, hey, it's good seeing you guys. Thanks for stopping by. And Galactic Chickens. Souls44 out. Bye bye.